evening, friends. I'm Julie McDonald, and today I am at my son's house in Denver, Colorado. And I came up here and I was so excited because for a visit, but also because when I arrived, the neighbor had given him some tomato plants that she found along the, I guess that were from a school project, and a big sign on them for free. So he brought them home. And I've been wanting to show you how to plant a tomato in a bigger pot, what to do with it, how to get it going for tremendous tomatoes in the season. So what you want to do now, if you're in the Midwest or somewhere where it's very warm, you're not going to need to do this. But if you live in a colder climate like Flagstaff, where I'm from, or Denver, anywhere in the Intermountain West, or just somewhere where it's a little bit cool, this is a great way to have tomatoes really fast. So what I have here is I have one of my favorite varieties. This is a Celebrity. And I'm going to first I'm going to take this. What I'm going to do with it is I'm going to start trimming off all these small limbs. So I'm just going to clip these off really quickly here, all the way up. And I'm just going to kind of make it look kind of bad. And then I'm going to unhook this with this little thing here, if I can get this off. Celebrity is a great variety for the Intermountain West. It does well. It produces nice big tomatoes, salad-sized tomatoes. This method will work with any kind of pot, any kind of tomato. I also like Sweet Million, Sweet 100, one of those for the cherry tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is very gently, I've got a nice deep hole, almost to the very bottom of this pot. And I'm going to just gently tip this tomato upside down. It's going to slide right out. And then I'm going to take it, I'm going to kind of just disturb these roots a little bit. It kind of got root bound. Kind of move these roots around. Then I'm going to tip it right in here. It's going to go almost to the bottom of this pot, way down there. And then I'm going to begin to cover. First, I'm going to give it some water when I first put it in. You want to get just the very base of that nice and wet. And then I'm going to start filling this in. Take its little tag out here. It's going to be all right there. It's kind of windy. Then I'm going to just start filling it in. I've got manure, compost, some potting soil, some garden soil. I'm going to put this all the way around it. Now what we don't have is a tomato cage. If I had a tomato cage, I'd be putting that on as soon as we get this planted. But we'll get a cage for it. You want to get a nice big sturdy cage. Celebrity is a determinant, so that means it's not going to get too big, but you just need something to support it. If you don't have a cage, you can use a stake, a couple of stakes on either side. If I were in Flagstaff, Denver's a little warmer. If I were in Flagstaff, I would be putting some bottles of some milk jugs with water and black food coloring. You can see that on my solar video to keep the tomato extra warm. The reason I like the black pot and I like even a more narrow one is because the sun hits the black and it warms the roots. That's a problem with tomatoes in a cold climate, is it just is not warm enough for them. The black pot really helps them to stay warm. So we're just going to keep covering this till the pot is completely filled. It's going to come up here all the way to this bottom base of leaves. And this tomato, this whole entire stem that I have potted in here is going to root. And this tomato is going to take off in no time. I'm going to give it another good watering. If you're not opposed to Miracle-Gro, a little Miracle-Gro will really get it going, or some fish emulsion, compost tea, something like that. So I hope you try a tomato like this. You're going to be amazed at the results. Hello, gardening friends. I'm at my son Sean McDonald's house in Denver, Colorado, and I want to show you another way to plant a tomato. And this is useful anywhere in the country, whether it's hot or cold or wherever it is. But what you're going to take advantage of is the tomato's nature of sprouting on the entire stem. So I have this very long, leggy tomato that was rescued, being given away for free. And it's really needed to be potted a long time ago, but here it is today, and we're going to show you how to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these little stems, these little branches off at the end of the tomato, and come along here and cut these off, not being super careful about where I'm cutting. I'm just kind of getting them off. You could even if they went in the ground, it wouldn't be too much of a problem. Here we go, all the way up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently lift this tomato. First I'm going to lay it down, and I've built a little trench. Sean has made a beautiful garden bed here, a brand new garden bed, and we've got lots of manure, compost, all kinds of things in this bed. Very careful here. It's going to be a little tricky to get this guy out, but we're just going to lift him out. You can see he's very root bound, but ready to go in. We're going to put him down by, Sean's got a little watering system here, and we're going to put the base kind of down in here, and then we're going to cover this up, and then we're going to come along and we're going to bury this entire stem. And this entire stem then, once buried, all that's going to be sticking out is just this top, and this tomato is going to go straight up like that. So we're just going to cover this up, add some more soil, completely cover this stem, leaving the watering devices here intact. And then we will just put a little stake right here, tie this up, and this tomato is going to grow. It's going to root all the way here, and we're going to have a huge tomato in no time at all. So I hope this is helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.